I have a hit list. There are certain people, men, women, and families that I ask God for December 31st to connect with this ministry, people that we need to push this vision to another level. And Eros, I've been in communication with him, relationship with for probably over 20 years. He's my personal barber and stylist. I was growing my hair all long and wide. That's the man that's responsible for all that. But more important than him being my barber and my stylist, he is a man that's connected to men in this city, across the globe. He has connections to men that I can't reach. And I began to pray, God, connect him to the greenhouse so we can draw men in. And I'm glad to announce that he has taken this challenge, assignment. He has personally taken it, and he's running with it. And our goal is by the end of this year to have 100 strong men operate in the sanctuary of God, building other men. Even in a pandemic, we're staying strong to the vision God placed inside of us. God asks, can these dead bones live again? Eros, won't you jump in right now and carry us in this? Oh, let me get 2 mics, please. Jesse. Somebody bring me 2 mics up here. I'm prepared. Let me keep talking to you, get you the mics. And this is part of my sermon, so don't think the church gonna be long. You'll be home for Father's Day dinner in ample time. Give me 2 mics, please. But we want to intentionally, hear this word again, intentionally build up men. There's a father's generation that's struggling. There are fathers that's struggling. There's men who have messed up in their past and they're struggling. But I promise you, when we all come together and iron sharpen iron, eyes have not seen what this ministry through God's care is going to do to impact men. Because this is the truth, sister. You may not like it because of our culture. But the reality of it is, when the man is in his rightful God-ordained place, you are better. And when the man is out of place, no matter how strong a sister you are, you're struggling because there's some things you were never designed by God to carry. Jump on in.
Amen, amen. I would say, Pastor, first of all, thank you for allowing this opportunity to take place and me being in this position. We've had an opportunity to yes, dive into this book. And let me be one thing about us, we started off doing this amongst ourselves, and we knew that within the group, within the circle, there was things that we were going to talk about that needed to stay within that circle. That's what we said we were going to do. And then this pandemic came, and we began to go live with it. And we were talking, and we forgot, hey man, we're not in the circle no more. And so we were exposing ourselves to a lot of people. And so I want to keep that same transparency going right now. Okay. And what I want to say is that in order for us to be in the position that we're in right now, that was a period in my life that a lot of things had to be broken for me to get to where I am right now. For me to understand the words that were coming off of that page of that book and how it started to impact my life. And there was things that I was reading and I was going, this is not my first time hearing this, but the word was rhyming now. It was like it was appropriate for this time. And so as we read that book, I can remember just layers beginning to peel off of me. And I can remember not only that, but becoming at peace with the man that I knew that God had called me to be. Amen. And so, brothers, I say that openly because I want you guys to know that there's always time to start. It's never too late to start. It's always time to start. You can look at your situation and think that, man, I have blown this. My kid is grown now. I done messed that up. Yeah. And no, you can start where you are at right now. Amen. God has the ability, Pastor just got to say it, God has the ability to take dead bones and blow new life into them again. Yes, you know? Amen. And so any situation is not too hard for God. Okay. Any situation. My daughter's here with me right now as a testimony to say that there's no situation that's too hard for God. Amen.
Brothers, please take heed. In these days we're living in, there's an attack against us. But we're going to build an army to protect one another, to cover one another, to pray for one another, and build up such a force the devil will tremble when he wakes up in the morning.
Amen.
Robert Bishop, you're on the hit list.
Good morning, everybody. You know, it's a special moment for me, right? And I'm trying not to get emotional.
It's okay.
But I've been knowing Paz for just as long as he's been getting his haircut from my brother. Watching him, the way he moves. And you know, this direct connection that we have, right? You don't find that a lot when it comes to pastors, when it comes to men.
Right.
And upon coming in for the book, I didn't really have a strong hold as far as my direct purpose. And it's been some challenging moments for me, right? God not through with me yet. I now understand what it is to be a man. Not an aged male,
Talk, brother.
but a man. Having that relationship with God, understanding who you are, being able to identify who you are, right? Not who the world say you are, not who the world see you as. See, the world can see you as a man and you're not that. You're not that. You're not operating in that strength that God has instilled in you because you got to have a relationship with Him in order to have it. You don't know who you are as a man until you get to building that relationship with God and God gets to speaking to you and you listening, you walking, you acting upon that in which God has ordained for you. And this couldn't have happened for me at a better time.
Bless you, brother.
It couldn't have happened at a better time. Sometimes we war against ourselves, right? Because a lot of the headaches and everything that we go through, it's because of us. It's because it starts right with us. And we don't have to go through all that. We got to endure some things, right? You know? You got to go through the pain in order to get strong. You got to go through some things, you know? You got to be tried. You got to go through that fire. Make sure get all the impurities. Go through that detox. Get all them impurities out of you. And when you come out of that fire,
Keep going.
you are who God made you to be.
Come on.
And operating in oneness with Him, you're able to teach and lead your family, being a real man. Lead your family, your children, your wife, lead them.
Come on.
You ain't got to ask that woman to do nothing. She gonna be willingly
Talk, brother.
walking with you, following you. She gonna do that because you operating through the Father. Happy Father's Day to the true Father.
Now, I'm going to close with this because I don't want any brother out there, and then we're going to chop this part up and make it into a special program. I don't want any brother that thinking that these brothers are perfect or got it together. So I'm going to close with this. On last night, yesterday, I was here from 7:30 to 9 o'clock here on campus. Finally got home, walked in my door, my granddaughter, minute door, and say, I need you to take me to Popeyes. I said, well, boo, I'm tired. She looked in my eyes, grabbed my keys, turned my back around, no questions asked. When we were leaving Popeyes, the new location near our house, I was wondering, she said, why you going that way? I said, it's the best way. She said, no, it's not, Papa. And when I speak truth. 12-year-old. She said, when I speak truth, Papa. And it took me back to Wednesday. I'm very transparent. I thank God for allowing me to be a public figure in this city, but I'm very transparent. And most of the time when I come out, all the time I come out, I'm camera ready and polished, but don't mean I'm perfected. Right. So on Wednesday, we left church, Brother Lenny. My 12-year-old granddaughter looked me in the eyes as we were driving, and it messed me up. She said, Paul, you're a good pastor. Amen. You're doing good. Amen. But you know, you got 3 baby mamas. I almost had a wreck. It shook me to the core. But what she was saying is, God has brought you a mighty long ways. She wasn't doubting me. She was saying, I see the good in you in spite of the old you. And God has brought you a mighty long ways. And I had never in my life even thought about the fact that I had 3 baby mamas. I never even, because I'm polished. But my 12-year-old granddaughter made me realize, you ain't perfect though. Amen. Yeah. But keep going in the direction you're going in. So I challenge every man out there who's dealing with your imperfections in private. I'm the living proof. God can still use you. Don't throw in the towel. Don't give up. Connect to these G men and let's journey together and reach our full potential. You pray for me. I pray for you. We come together and no fake church stuff. If you're faking till you're making it, I'm the wrong cat to be around. Because I'm going to check you and say, get out my face. We ain't got time for that. But if you're really real about getting better, come and see us on Monday. Facebook Live. You can come and squeeze in the box. Just put a mask on. A mask for protection, but not a mask to hide who you are. That's all we are. Love you, brother. Love you, brother. The choir